Hey guys, Sanjay here from Tech for Spec, and today we're going to be doing an in-depth review of the Galaxy Note 10.1. So let's take a look. The Note 10.1 is a decent looking device with a rather unusual trim on its left and right sides, which also encase the speakers. This is also seen in the Galaxy Tab 2 line, and it does to some extent tarnish the look of the tablet. But you do get used to it and grow fond of it very quickly, much like the unusual look of the Galaxy S3. The device is completely made out of plastic, but it does seem to have the same hyperglaze finish that the S3 had, so you can expect it to repel scratches and dirt quite effectively. Alright, so taking a look around the tablet, at the front we have a 10.1-inch 1280 by 800 LCD screen with the 1.9 megapixel front-facing camera and the ambient light sensor over there. At the bottom we just have the proprietary charging and sync port and a microphone. Nothing on the left and right sides, but on the top it does get very crowded. We have the power button, the volume rocker, microSD card slot, IR blaster, a 3.5mm headset jack, and a SIM card slot. That may sound like a lot, but it wasn't really a hindrance during my time with the tablet. The back houses the 5 megapixel camera, LED flash, and the S Pen. Inside the tablet we have the 1.4 GHz Exynos 4412 processor, the same one on the Galaxy S3 of course, along with 2 gigs of RAM. We also have an enormous 7000 mAh battery to keep you running. The 10.1-inch LCD display is very bright and can be viewed pretty well outdoors. The viewing angles are large and the colors are saturated, and it's very pretty to look at. The 1280 by 800 resolution is great, but we can't help but yearn for a 1080 screen to go with this beast of a tablet. Nonetheless, watching movies on this tablet is quite a treat, but nothing overly special that we haven't seen in other tablets. The S Pen works like a charm, even better than on the earlier Galaxy Note. It's very accurate and can keep up with the fastest of writers. The camera interface is identical to that of the Galaxy S3's. There is a whole slew of options and picture modifications you can do, but the overall quality of the pictures taken are average at best. But it would be very acceptable if you need to use the rear camera in a hurry. The front-facing camera works well for video chatting, and is one of the best front-facing cameras I've used on a tablet. The speakers are really loud and are very crisp. Since the speaker grills face you rather than being the back like most tablets, you can really enjoy some good music without having to crank it up as much, or you can really notice the stereo effects on some songs. So the Note 10.1 is running Android Ice Cream Sandwich, but will receive an upgrade to Jelly Bean in the upcoming months. Android has gotten the TouchWiz Nature UX overlay, which isn't as obtrusive as previous versions of TouchWiz, but it does a lot to differentiate itself from the flock. The ripple effect is present in the lock screen, and we have the ability to add quick launch apps to the lock screen too. But the more impressive changes come with the truly amazing multitasking features, including the ability to run mini apps on the home screen like a calculator or the messaging apps, or even the phone if you have a SIM card in. You are also able to run 2 apps at the same time, like browsing the web while taking down notes from S-Note and so on. The multitasking feature is only available for limited Samsung-based apps, but it is very promising and paves the way for future apps to be developed like this. You'll also get a smart remote app which works with your IR blaster to control your set-top box, home theater system, TV, and more. In addition, if you live in the US or Canada, you can bring back the TV schedule to let you know what's on. I found that while it did work with my Samsung TV, it wasn't the best for older TVs. The tablet comes with a little bloatware, some useful and some not, like the remote app that I just talked about, Chat On, Game Hub, Crayon Physics, and so on. Samsung's own App Store is also present, although there really wasn't anything appealing there at the time of this review. Photoshop Touch is included, and it can be a lot of fun to edit or draw pictures on it, but then S Pen wasn't as responsive with it as it could have been. So when you take out the S Pen, a panel immediately opens up on the right side of the tablet with some quick shortcuts. You can turn this off if you want to, but I found it pretty useful in most cases. Something I was delighted to find was that in S Note I can place my entire palm on the screen of the tablet while writing. It was the first time I had been able to use a tablet comfortably to take down notes or to draw. However, this did glitch out sometimes, and it did completely reject touch input until the tablet was rebooted. You can always navigate with the S Pen while this glitch is in effect, but it's a glitch nonetheless. And this problem will probably be fixed soon, and it's definitely not a deal breaker. S Note also provides some great features like being able to record your surroundings while taking notes, meaning it can be very useful for lectures and classes. It does matching equations or formula and printing it out, and it also can record your input in case you need to. So charging the tablet's beefy 7000 mAh battery takes a fair amount of time. Unfortunately, the charging cable is very short, and you won't be able to comfortably use the tablet while it charges in most cases. This is a drawback, but again, it's definitely not a deal breaker, because the 7000 mAh battery lasted me the entire time I was with the tablet. I did not have to charge it once. So it's a very effective battery, and it does its job well. Overall, this is a fantastic tablet. It has a lot of power under the hood, the RAM can handle multitasking, and a great pen that makes it more functional than ever. The user experience is smooth and is very thin and a delight to hold. However, with $199 tablets becoming more prominent in the market, the price is a little high. Samsung is yet to announce the final price at the time of this review, but it is expected to be around $500 for the 16GB Wi-Fi only model and up depending on the storage and 3G or LTE antenna. If it had the 1920 by 1080 resolution display, we would have been able to rationalize this price point, but at this moment with the 1280 by 800 resolution, it is a little up there. Either way, if you're willing to spend, I doubt you would be disappointed with your purchase. So that's it from us at Tech4Spec, and this has been Sanjay. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later.